Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. A question I had a few weeks ago was what happens if you don't pay a locksmith bill. And the thing is, locksmiths have so many skills and techniques and tricks, it's probably not the right type of person you want to upset. Just like a plumber, you don't want to upset a plumber, and a builder, you don't want to upset a builder. Why? Because they all have their methods of kind of getting back at you. So it's best if they work, they do the job, to pay them. One way that you can tell that you've annoyed a locksmith is that you haven't paid your bill, is that you get a key stuck in your lock. And I can show you how this kind of works now. We have these keys too if anyone wishes to purchase these. These are for our competition range. They say good luck on it, good luck. And it's also a very sarcastic way of saying, of saying that you're not going to get this key out. So this key here is set to the right combination. It turns, no problems whatsoever. Also be aware that if you do stick one of these in somebody's lock, it is considered vandalism, so only do it to your own locks. So to create this key so that it can't be removed from this lock, firstly what we want to do is use our file and take the back ramp off each valley. So each little groove you have in the key, you want to actually put a flat edge on a few of them there. So I'm just going to do that now. As you can see that groove that I've done right there. Also, I don't want this key to work, so I'm going to be changing a couple of the valleys as well. This is going to ensure that this key does not work. So basically, once I put this into the lock, it's going to go into the lock. It cannot come out. There's only really one way to get this key out, and that would be to snap it here and snap it here, dismantle the lock, and then push it all the way through the cylinder, which I'll show you how to do. So I'm just going to make this a little bit deeper here. So if you ever come home and you find a key snapped in your lock, good chances are that you've upset a locksmith. And yeah, we can create a key like this for you if you want to disable locks as well. It's also a good technique if you're, let's say, wanting to change combo on a premises, you don't have the time and you don't have the money, but you want to disable the locks, and you understand that it's going to cost you a little bit more to get the locks drilled out later. You can simply go ahead, snap a key off, push it right down the back with one of these key capture cuts, and then you're disabling the lock. So this key used to work. I'm going to put it into the lock now. Goes in nicely. As I try and turn it, it shouldn't turn. I haven't changed the cuts enough, but yeah, it doesn't turn, and as I try and pull it out, it's not pulling out. I haven't got the circlip on the back. So to get this key out now, I find the easiest way is probably just to snap the key off. If I can, where's some pliers? So yeah, these keys are labelled good luck. If you want to be slightly sarcastic and you want one of these made, let me know. So I've snapped the key off now, and because the key goes in okay, I can get another key behind it, remove my tailpiece and push it through, hopefully. Probably going to need to tap it through because it's not exactly, when you snap a key, it's not a clean break. Put that there, and I'll put that about there. See if we can tap this through. Okay, there's the key coming out the bum. Okay, so the key is now out. That's the only easy way to get this thing out. It'll go in, but it won't come out. Then I can put my key in there and we're good to go. So, oh actually no, are we? Ooh, yeah, that was one of the bad keys. So anyway, yeah, if you wanted to disable a customer's lock, you could. Remember that if you use the same cuts on the key will still go in and the key will still turn. So you're not locking them out. You're basically just saying anyone can come up and turn your lock and you can't get this key out. That's enough to stuff most people up, and it's a good way to, to get the person to call you back and say, look, I'm ready to pay now. As long as your bill's not some crazy bill and you're not scamming them, then that shouldn't be a problem. I mean, we've had customers, you give the benefit of the doubt, old lady, 60, 70-year-old, really desperate for a locksmith, couldn't afford it. You help them out sometimes, they promise you the world, you come back, they can't pay, you come back, a couple of weeks later you can't pay. You try and do everything to be nice, and sometimes people, you give them the benefit of the doubt and you get burnt. You give people credit, you get burnt. But this is not for an old lady situation. This is more of somebody who's really saying, you know, stuff you, not interested in paying, got the better of you, ha, that type scenario where you get upset. You could use a key like this and push it straight into the lock. The only way it can be removed is by a locksmith. The easiest method is, as I showed you, break the top off, take the cylinder out, push it all the way through, put it back on the door. No damage, no harm, no foul. But on saying that, by simply sliding this key in, technically you are vandalizing. So it's a fine line where to use, where not to use. In my experience, I've never had to use a jam key. The only time I've used a jam key is when somebody wanted to change a lock from no key to having a key for an emergency exit. Has been multiple times where I've turned up to a job, done the job, and they say, oh, money? Oh, and they give some silly answer. There's been multiple times where I've had to sort of, you know, get the keys back off the customer, throw them back inside and lock the door, walk away without getting paid. I prefer to do that than to use a jam key. They waste your time, you waste theirs, and they're in the same boat afterwards. You know, but there is some people that you clearly quote a price and you say, look, it's going to cost you $50. You do the job, you get out there, and by the time you're finished, you say, right, that's $50. And they say, oh, you never told me that. Oh, I expected 20. Oh, somebody else will do it for 10, and all this rubbish. So with customers like that, sometimes this type of technique is necessary, especially in other countries and things. But yeah, just be aware of who you do it to and the reason you do it. I also do have these keys, good luck, which is very sarcastic. If you make it into a jam key, it's like, good luck at getting this bad boy out. They're going to be up for a locksmith, and anybody won't want to leave their house with a key and stuck in the front door, which operates, it's like completely disabling the lock. You might as well not have a lock, because if you got one of these and you can't get it out. These are our competition keys. We use them when we cut like 1,000 keys and they're doing a promotion, and it says good luck on it. We also can name the padlock as well. So anyway, that's just a jam key, how to quickly repair it. Certain circumstances when you might use one. When you are using your own embossed keys and things, approach with caution, because if you go making a jam key out of your own embossed headed key here, it clearly says the locksmith and the name and number. It's not a great way to advertise. So anyway, on that note, thanks for watching, and like, share and subscribe.